2022 JL&Friends. And now, taking the stage to kick off the festivities, put your hands together for me. You're looking for Elvis, and you came to the right place. You're looking for Elvis, well, look right in my Tupelo face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was a green eyed my middle name is Misery. Thank you very much. I lived for that moment. Because at home on the record, sometimes the band didn't follow me. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to all of you who made it here to Helen and St. Patrick's Day at the JL&Friends Festival. How many of you were like me saying, "Thank you, Jeff, I can buy all my St. Patrick's stuff at a discount because it was over 2 weeks ago." Good move on his part. We're going to have Valentine's night tomorrow. That stuff's on sale too. I know that you are like me, that you are as upset as I am, that we will not be, I guess we won't be seeing G.I. Jane 2. No, that would have been good. That would have been good. No, truly, a lot of you were in Nashville over this past weekend. Raise your hand if you were in Nashville. And you found your way here. And everybody else, you found your way here. And I don't know, this may be my 6th or 7th year coming to Helen with the JL&Friends Festival. And I don't know if you're like me, but it's always fun to get to Helen and to kind of figure out where you are. Because sometimes I come into Helen on the other side, and sometimes I come into Helen down a road where I got to take a right by the peanut guy, and then sometimes I come in, one time I came in from the north and everything was on the left that used to be on the right, and then some stuff was behind me that didn't even exist. So welcome, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found it. If there's an empty seat next to you, someone is still out there driving around trying to find help. I've never seen a resort community more at the end of twisty roads than Helen, Georgia. Because at Helen, you don't just come to enjoy it, you earn it. Also, it's fun to be doing this spring festival. You know, Jeff and I got together and we said, you know, if we do Nashville and then we do the JL&Friends Festival in the spring, Jeff said, we can do Spring Fever, just like the Elvis song. So you go to Nashville, you party down in Nashville, you take Monday, you go do some Nashville things, and then on Tuesday you drive to Helen, and by Wednesday at noon, you're here because you got lost at night, and you stayed in a motel on the side of the road that Norman Bates was the proprietor. But you're here now. But it's cool to be at this festival in the spring, because usually when we're here in the fall, it seems like it's always the weekend of a time change. Doesn't it? There's always, so unless you want to, you don't have to set your clocks forward or backward. Just whatever you want to do. Just do whatever time zone you came here from, just stay on that time, it doesn't matter. Also, it's nice that there's no election. Usually there's an election happening around that. But we will continue we are still in no spin zone. We will not discuss politics. We will not discuss anything. The outside world does not come into the JL&Friends Festival. Because if it did, he would charge an admission. Or Jeannie would say, I'm sorry, if you don't have a lanyard, you can't come in. We have to get out. Also, something very cool for you now. You guys made the cut. There are a lot of people out to be where you are right now. You know you could have sold your tickets for nothing. I think next time you should eBay everything. Yeah. But attending guests right here, you're the attending guest. You have the first chance to secure a reservation for next year's Spring Festival before the sales open to the public. So here's what you do. You guys get together, buy it out. We'll never have anybody else here. It'll just be us. And after a year or two, we don't even have to dress up anymore because we've worn everything we own. But we won't even care. Now, your reservation form has to be turned in before leaving the festival, and they will reach out to each guest about payment to secure the reservation by April 16th. And by the way, I'm not culture stealing by saying reservation. I'm just relaying information to you. I don't want a virtue signal or anything like that, whatever that means. And so if there are remaining spots that you guys don't buy up, those go on sale to the general public on April 18th. And they go on sale to the sergeant public on the 19th. That was a military joke. I walk out of my life. There, okay, I'll stay there. Sorry, I had the barbecue. Speaking of that, late night pizzas, orders have to be made by 9 o'clock tonight at the bar if you want to eat one during the after show, which is kind of bad manners, but if you want to, that's fine. Speaking of, pulled pork sandwiches, $5 next to the bar back there. They'll be there after the show. We do have an engagement ring that has been lost, and if you find it, please turn it into a member of the staff. And I will say this, I have one left over from the previous marriage, so if you don't find it didn't work out for me, but Godspeed to you. Maybe it'll work out for you. You'll have to get it sized down though, because she had big sausage fingers, so. You know?